boy.
Do it.
I'll do the astrology one.
Thank you so much. Cool. Welcome.
Hello.
Did you just finish a hike?
Yes, I'm like all tired and. Am I sitting too close to
That's
this?
fine. That's fine. I can push it back if you
I
want.
can take my backpack off. That's why I'm sitting.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Want to hold it?
Yeah.
Sure.
I've got extra headphones over there if you want to listen in.
Oh, yes.
And if you want to put on headphones,
Do I have to?
you don't have to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Okay, it helps me. All right, so welcome.
Hello.
Could I get your first name?
Yes, Brandee.
Brandee. Brandy.
D-E-E.
D-E-E.
Yeah.
Gotcha. My name is Reed. Nice to
Hello.
meet you. Hello. All right, so you wanted to talk about astrology?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Is astrology true? And what is your name with the headphones over there?
Frankie.
Frankie, hi. Could you grab the astrology post-it?
I can.
Ooh.
Thank you.
I think were we just talking about this on the way up?
We were a little bit.
Yeah, like
we were
very
talking about,
briefly.
Leo and Cancer.
Yeah, very briefly.
Awesome.
It was brief.
I'd like to focus on a question.
This is so interesting. She like walked past. She's like, "What is that?"
What is it?
I was curious.
Cool, awesome.
Curiosity.
Awesome, great. So cool. Astrology is true. So y'all just finished a hike. Do you come to the park often?
So I used to come like really often. She's visiting
My
LA.
first time.
This is her first time. Oh, sorry.
Well, no worries. First time visiting LA?
No,
Oh.
no. I've been to LA a couple times, but
Okay.
first time.
This park.
Yeah.
Yes, this park.
Gotcha. How'd you like the hike? Was it nice?
It was beautiful. Yeah, the weather's perfect. We
Yeah.
sat up the top for a little bit.
It's the perfect time to go with the sunset. And
Yeah, it was so
not,
nice.
Not so hot. Yeah, great. Yeah, awesome. So cool. Astrology. How much time you want to talk about that for? Feel free to put the
do you
timer.
want
if
to
you
do
want.
like I don't know, a couple minutes or something? I don't know. I'm not like.
You can just let me know whenever,
Okay.
whenever you're done. So, what is astrology in your mind?
So I think like when people talk about like astrology, like I always hear like negative things about it. They're like, oh, it's not real because like there's like no like scientific like backing behind it. Like really, people are like, oh, like you can't prove it. But like I kind of think it's like you can't prove like religion a lot of the time. So I kind of think it's just like another belief system. And it's just like whether or not you believe in it. Like I do. I find like a lot of the things to be true.
What can it do for someone who believes in astrology?
I think people have to use astrology as like another tool to like go about life, just like how people use like religion to like go about life, and they, you know, they talk to God or like whatever higher power they believe in. I think with astrology, like it's just a tool to be like, okay, like if your zodiac, like we were talking about her zodiac sign, so she's a Cancer. I'm like, okay, so you look at not specifically just like Cancer traits, but like you can do your entire birth chart, and I just think like it's a tool to get to know you more as a person, and then kind of like go about life and figure things out. Like, okay, like, you know, my north node is this, so I'm here for this reason, or like my south node is this, I'm here to like figure out this, and like this was in a past life. So I just think it's a tool that should be used. Like I don't really believe in like, oh, like Geminis or this, like those little like what are they like on social media where they have like, oh, Geminis are like two-faced. Like I don't think that like it typically means that. I think Geminis can have like a dual personality, but it's not like a negative thing. Like I just think they have like a lot of energy.
Okay.
Yeah, like as a tool.
Okay. What I'm hearing you say is it's kind of a tool for understanding yourself and other people.
Yeah.
Not like superficial things like personality traits.
Yeah.
But like your life purpose potentially.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can get like a few personality traits. Like some people say like Leos are like very conceited and into themselves. Like I have met some Leos that are like that, but I also think it's just like they have self-confidence. Like, so I don't think it's like a negative thing. So some things can be true about it, but for the most part, I don't think it should be used as like to be like, okay, well, Geminis are two-faced, Leos are, like self-indulgent people or whatever. Like I think like you just gotta like know that like every good thing has like a bad thing, and like you gotta know how to like separate it.
Gotcha. And you mentioned it was kind of similar to religion where you can't really prove it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. I'll ask some questions like related to that. How confident are you that this is true on saying on that scale there, if all the way to the right black is absolutely yes, true, or absolutely no, not true on the white side, or in the middle, not sure?
I would say absolutely yes. Like you can ask some people like how true, like how much do you believe in God, or like how much do you believe in religion, and they will give you a confident yes. And that's how I feel about astrology. Like yes, it's very true.
Okay, you can move the little dial to wherever.
Oh, you want me to move it? Okay.
Sure.
There we go.
Absolutely true.
Absolutely true. I think it's just, it's just something like whether or not you believe in it. Like, I don't think it should be forced on everyone. And like, if you believe in it, great. If you don't, go about your day. Like,
Yeah, and I'm getting from you that being at that level is like a way to signal your commitment to it as it like being a good thing for you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like it's a bit hard. I'll do, like, I've gotten into, like, numerology and, like, tarot cards, and, like, I feel like it's very helpful. Like, it's not, like, I keep saying it's more of a tool. Like, it's not something that you have to, like, look at as, like, some people say, like, oh, it's, like, devil worshipping or what. Like, it's, like, if you don't use it that way, then it's not. So, I don't know. For me, I like it.
You like it?
I say it's true.
All right. How important is it for you to believe in true things? Say on a scale from 0 to 7. If 7 is absolutely all the way, it's really important to me to believe in true things.
I mean, I think it's important to believe in true things, but also I think you should put your faith in things that can be like 50-50, because like not everything is gonna be like solid here for you to like touch, and like, so I think like you just have to, it's different for every person. Like you have to just know yourself and know what's going to benefit you, and then go from there.
Yeah, if this turned out to be not accurate, that astrology is true, would that matter to you at all?
I don't think so. Like, I mean, I don't think so, because it's like, okay, like I believe in it, great. It's like someone one day randomly proves that it's not accurate. That doesn't change my life in any way. Like those past years, it wasn't like, wow, I wasted so much time, and like, it was what it was. That was the time I was in my life, and like that's what I use it for. So
yeah, so what is like the number one thing you use astrology for?
I think for me it's just like better insight of like knowing who I am as a person, and like knowing different using different tools and being able to like know, okay, I need to work on this is what I'm here for, these are the things that like happened in the past life. I think it just explains a lot for me, and I think it's beneficial.
What's the second best way to know who you are as a person without using astrology?
I think just like spending a lot of time with yourself alone. A lot of people are so afraid to be alone, and we were just like having a really long conversation about how independent I think just like being by yourself, spending time alone, and just being okay with that. Like some people aren't okay with that, and I think once you become okay with being alone, you can be really fine with building relationships with people, because you don't have to have that attraction of like, oh, well, if they leave, what am I going to do? Like you've already spent so much time alone that okay, if this person leaves, I'm going to be okay. So I think spending time by yourself and being able to build by yourself is just a good way to get to know yourself.
Okay, so you would feel safe that you would be able to know more about yourself if you couldn't use astrology to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. Want to go into the reasons potentially why you're at that level of confidence, or want to wrap it up?
Do you?
Oh,
No, what's your time limit?
No time. Go ahead.
Okay, let's do like a couple more minutes then.
All right, cool.
No rush.
So what are some potential reasons to think that this is true, that it is absolutely true?
That astrology is absolutely true?
What's the best reason?
I feel like there's not a specific reason, because everyone is different. For me, I just feel like whenever I've like looked into like astrology or like doing like my entire birth chart and stuff, I've seen things happen, and like I've seen me figure out things, because I have like used this as a tool in my life to be like, okay, this and this, and this is how I need to go about, for example, like something in my career, this is how I need to go about it, and then it works out. So I feel like, okay, like I could have sat here and struggled and not really understood what it was about, but since I used this as a tool, I was able to go about and like change these things in my life and actually get to where I need to be. But I feel like it's different for every person. Like some people may not use astrology in their career, and maybe only in like their personal life. Like, so I feel like it's different for every person.
Yeah, what's the best example of astrology helping you?
Astrology helping me, let me think. Let's see. So for me, I use it for like my career. I mean, I use it for like my entire life, but like for career wise, I have always been like a very like, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I don't want to sit at anybody's like desk, and I tried it and it just didn't work out. And then I remember one day reading in my birth chart and like looking at the house that is basically like about your career or whatever, and it made a lot of sense because it's like you kind of need to be in like a creative field, and you need to like to sum it up is like you need to be in a creative field, no 9-to-5s, like you need to be able to kind of have freedom and independence. And as soon as I started doing that, like literally like my whole life turned around, and I was like, okay, like this makes more sense. Like I am actually like, so I just used it as a tool. I was like, okay, makes sense, I'm doing this now, I can actually like work and have fun and enjoy it, versus like when I tried to work a 9-to-5, I was miserable. Like I was getting bills paid, I was making the money, I was doing what I needed to do, I was being an adult, but I was miserable.
So astrology includes certain birth charts depending on when you're born?
Yeah, so you can do your entire birth chart. All you need is the location you were born, so like city and state, or if you're like born out the country, obviously like, you know, however, you know, your country and all that stuff or whatever. But city and state, and then time, and then the day you were born. Do your entire birth chart, and then it'll give you, so like the big three are going to be your moon, rising, and sun sign. Wow, I blanked on that. Moon, rising, and sun. Your sun sign is like your overall personality. Like that's a sign that you hear. So if I ask you right now, like, what's your sign? It's probably, that's going to be the sign that most people tell you.
Okay. So it's a very specific time and place that you're born.
Yeah.
And that in relationship to other celestial objects like the moon and the relationship
the
between
time that you were born, all the planets and everything were obviously like aligned in like a specific place. So it's going to tell you like, okay, your Venus was in, my Venus is in Gemini, so your Venus was in Gemini, your Mars was in so-and-so, like your sun sign is in, you know, Cancer, whatever your sign may be. It's going to tell you where everything was, and then from that is where you get like all your traits and your background and stuff.
Yeah.
I know it's like confusing.
How does the planets affect your traits?
So for me, so I'm not like huge, like I'm into astrology, but like I'm not how some people are like very, they can like tell you about it for hours. For me, I just think of it like when you were born, you, like this is what the planets and what everything were doing when you were born. There's no way you did not absorb any of that energy.
What does that mean?
So the energy that like the universe was putting out at the time, I feel like when you were born, you came into this world, there's no way you didn't absorb that energy. So at the time, that's the energy that was absorbed. That's kind of how your life's gonna. But things are also not set in stone, and the future's always changing. So
the planets have a certain energy, and it affects people depending on where they are and when they're born.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that's how I look at it.
Is
Other
it
people
like
could give you a different.
when they're born?
Yeah.
Or like the month 9 months in gestation?
No,
it's just right when they're born.
When you're born, like, so there's like that specific time when you're born, and that's going to give you that's why you need the time when you were born, because it's going to give you your entire birth chart. For example, like...
Does like the mother's skin protect you from the energy that's affecting you? Or like once you are exposed to the air, you get the energy? How does that work?
I feel like it's just like, so until you're born, the universe can't give you energy because they don't know, like, they don't know where the planets are going to be, what's going to be going on until you're born. So you can't just be like, oh, like, you know...
The universe can't do that?
I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. Yeah. But I just feel like you can't absorb an energy that isn't meant for you. So if you're, you know, like if you're hanging out in your mom's stomach or whatever, and it's not your time yet, like I don't see why the universe would be like, okay, here's energy for you, and it's not even time for you to come into this world.
Okay. So if it was only the sun and the earth in our solar system, would people all be the same or different? How would it be different?
I still feel like they'd be different because, so if it was
because of the sun sign, I assume.
Yeah. So like your sun sign is the main sign. So that's the sign that goes. So like there's 12 of them. So like, you know, it goes like Capricorns are like late December to January. And then there's Aquarius, Pisces, like all that stuff. So those are the signs that are like those don't change every hour, every minute. Those are signs that change every few weeks.
If we move the Earth from this solar system to another solar system, how would that affect anybody then being born in some way?
I have no idea. I could not answer that question for you. I mean,
I'm just
possibly.
I'm wondering about the relationship between the planets out in our solar system and our traits. There's a connection. There's an influence.
Yeah.
Is what I'm hearing.
I mean, for me, I feel like there is. Someone else could tell you differently. Like I keep saying, astrology is a belief system. Someone that's, Christian could be like, oh yeah, well this. Someone who's Christian may have tattoos, but apparently in the Bible it says, it's a sin to mark your body. But some people say like, oh, it's okay. Other people are like, it's not okay. You shouldn't do it. So I feel like with astrology, it's kind of the same thing. Like if the planets are rearranged, maybe you'd get a different energy. I can't say for sure.
Yeah. Should we believe in things that are just belief systems, or should we believe in things for good evidence and reasons?
I think you should believe in things that are just belief systems, but sometimes it doesn't work for people. Like they don't want to believe in things that are just belief systems, and they need solid evidence, which is totally fine. Like whatever makes you a good human, believe in what makes you a good human. Like that's my logic.
That's the principle. Believe in whatever makes you a good human.
Yeah, that's my.
Is that the highest virtue to follow?
Yeah, I think like some people can be.
In terms of our beliefs.
Yeah, some people can be good humans, and they don't need any belief system. They just are just like. My morals are like what I know right from wrong. This is what needs to be done. This is this. Some people need a belief system to like stay on, track. Personally, for me, if astrology wasn't around, I don't think I would be a bad person. I just, like I said, I use astrology as a tool. Some people need really strong belief system though. So like whatever makes you a good person, believe in it.
So it's like the benefits the belief gives should supersede the truth potentially of the belief. In deciding when to believe it, is what I'm hearing.
Wait, rephrase. Can we say that again?
Like what astrology can do for people, the benefits, that might be something as, if we're wondering if we should believe in something, should the benefits supersede the truth of it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The benefits should supersede it?
I think, like, if I'm answering the question correctly, I think that believing in something, like the benefits that you get from it should be like enough for you to like have like believe in it. Like if you're getting benefits from something, like you should believe in it, but like I guess if you don't want to, you don't have to.
What if they're false benefits? What if you're just mistaken that there actually are the source of the benefits?
I think like
the thing causing the benefits.
I don't think that matters. I feel like if you're believing in astrology and like you think the benefits are coming from astrology, but like I don't know, say it's coming from Christianity or whatever. I think as long as you feel like you're doing a good thing and you feel like the benefits are coming from it, and you are receiving or like putting good things out into the universe, I don't think it really matters where it's coming from.
You're not curious about the true source of the benefits, as long as you have benefits?
I wouldn't be, because I would only be curious if the thing that I was doing to get the benefits was a bad thing. Like if me believing in astrology is getting me benefits, but the real source is, I don't know, like for like Christianity, I wouldn't care that, okay, like the real source is because my mom's a Christian and she prays for me every night and that's why I'm benefiting from it. Like, but in my eyes, it looks like in astrology, I wouldn't care because me believing in astrology doesn't affect her Christianity. It would be bad if I was believing in astrology and I was getting the benefits, but it was hurting someone negatively, then you'd be like, okay, like maybe that, shouldn't be. But as long as it's not affecting anyone.
Cool. I want to recheck in for time. How are you feeling?
We're good. Well, I think we can end it in like a few seconds or something.
Okay. Maybe a last question?
Yeah.
Is there anything they could learn or find out to change your confidence about this? What would need to be true? Would you need to stop getting the benefits?
Mm-hmm.
Would you need to see something, learn something? What could you learn that would change your confidence?
I think the only thing I feel like I could or would learn that would change whether or not I believed in it was if someone could give me hard factual evidence that it was 100% bad, and it was just like putting bad energy into the universe negative things are happening because of it, then yeah, I probably would, switch up the belief system, but I don't.
What would that specifically look like?
Like, what would it about, like if I stopped believing in astrology?
Yeah, what would the specific thing you could see or learn
I think,
be?
so what would be the specific thing that I learned, or what if I stopped believing in astrology?
Yeah, to cause you to change your confidence. Anything specifically?
There's nothing like specifically. I just feel like someone would have to just give me hard evidence that it puts out negative energy.
What would that hard evidence look
I
like?
have no idea.
Not
Like
sure.
if someone could provide me with some sort of hard evidence, but like I have yet to come to that. I've seen like people having like biased opinions about it, but that's not factual evidence. Like I've seen people have biased opinions about like numerology and like angel numbers and like all kinds of stuff, but like that's not factual evidence. That's just someone's experience. Like, so until someone can be like, this is solid hard truth that like astrology is negative.
Yeah, and we don't know what specifically that would look like.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Well, maybe that's something to think about
because I don't
potentially.
feel like there is any. So,
No,
but if someone could,
Just-
provide it to me, I'm all ears.
As a hypothetical.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you, Brandee. That was nice. Appreciate the
course.
conversation. I'll try to be here on Sundays, and I really appreciate the conversation. Any feedback from me? Any questions?
What's your zodiac sign, if you don't mind telling me?
I'd rather not say.
Okay, yeah, you don't have to tell me. Just curious. Some people don't share it. It's not like a thing to not
And
believe in.
I like to give one of these little squishy puzzle pieces as a gift to whoever sits down and chats.
okay.
One piece, one color, and then.
I'll take the blue.
And if you see me again, you can come back and get another piece and build out the whole set
Cool.
over a set of conversations.
Put the puzzle together. Lovely.
Love it.
Oh, I was like, bring the picture here.
Thank you.